everybody, my name is Victoria and today I'm going to be telling you all about my July TBR. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this crazy outfit, it's because today is the 4th of July and I found this dress, and there's only one day of the year that I can wear this and not seem like a completely crazy person. But yes, it is 4th of July, I'm an American, we shamelessly wear these things. I was really conflicted this month because there are so many different readathons happening and I kind of just wanted to drop all of my previous plans and participate in all of them. But I do want to continue on with a lot of the series that I'm currently in the middle of, so I didn't want to totally derail myself in that regard. So I'm still continuing on with my series, but the reading rush is happening, which was previously called Booktubeathon, and that'll be happening at the end of July. And unfortunately, I'm in the middle of traveling, and I'm traveling to a place where I won't have any cell phone service or anything. So even though I'm participating in the reading rush, I'm not going to be able to participate in anything online because I will be at a campground and I won't have any signal at all. But I figured let's try to at least participate in one of the many zillions of readathons happening in the month of July. In the first half of July, I plan to finish The Last Battle by C.S. Lewis. This is the 7th book in the Chronicles of Narnia. I'm actually a little over halfway through this book already, and I hope to finish this in the next day or two. And this has just been really interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about this last book. It's really different, and it's all based on the book of Revelation in the Bible, and it's a little bit gory and violent. I'm surprised at how much violence there has been in this book already, and it's just a little bit darker, I feel like, than the other books so far. It has a different tone to it. So I'm going to be finishing this very soon. Next, after I finish that book, I hope to get to Percy Jackson and the Olympians book 3, which is entitled The Titan's Curse. And I am still every month trying to finish a Percy Jackson book, so now I'm on book 3, and yeah, having a lot of fun with these books, so hopefully the third one is just as great as the first two were. I believe this book opens with our character Grover making a discovery that there are two demigods, that we don't know who their parents are and what their lineage is, and they are discovered. And also the Titan Lord Kronos has set up a devious trap, and the young heroes have just fallen prey. I don't know what that means, but I'm ready to be back in the Percy Jackson world. I would also like to continue on with my reading of Fruits Basket Volume 5. This is just light and fluffy manga, and it's been cute, and I've enjoyed it so far, so would like to pick this up at some point in the month of July. And then I'm hoping to finish the Illuminae Files by reading the third book, Obsidian, and I had mixed feelings about the second book. I didn't like it as much as the first book, and I've heard mixed things about this one too. I've seen some negative reviews for it, so we'll see. I'm kind of going into it with low expectations because Gemina I thought wasn't as good as Illuminae. And apparently Obsidian has some also mixed reviews, so we'll see how this goes. And I have truly no idea where this book picks up, and if it follows Katie and Ezra, or Hannah and Nick, or where it's going to be dropping us off into the world. So I'm going into this a little bit blind. And then the following 3 books I hope to read for the reading rush. Now, I am not necessarily one to read many books over the course of a week, so I might even spread these over a week a little bit more. But one of the challenges for the reading rush is to read a book with purple on the cover, and I was a little limited because I do want to continue on with my series and I don't want to get distracted from that. But luckily, the 4th book in the Wizard of Earthsea has a little bit of purple up there in the sky, if you can see it. So I was like, yes, I can continue on with my series reads and also participate in the readathon. So it's got a little bit of purple on the cover there, and this is the 4th book in the Wizard of Earthsea. Now this is going to be interesting because I believe there was a big time gap in between the 3rd book and the 4th book. So the 3rd book of the series was supposed to be the end of a trilogy, and it stood that way for a long time, and then what year was this written? 1990. So I think that the third book was finished in the 70s, and this was like a 20-year later book. So she decided to revisit the world. And so this is going to be very interesting to see where the story goes after a big time gap in Ursula K. Le Guin's finishing the third book. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm excited about this one because we have Tenar back, who is our main character in the second book. And the second book, I think, has been my favorite of the series so far. So I'm really excited to have Tenar back in the world and to see where this goes. One of the other challenges for the reading rush is to read a book with a non-human main character. And I scoured my shelves, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to finish this challenge. However, I have one book that has a non-human main character, just one, and that is Anonymous Rex by Eric Garcia. This was a total blind kind of cover buy because I don't know anything about this series and I've never heard of anyone talk about it, and I have no idea if this is crap or if it's really good, but it sounds interesting. This is basically about a detective who is undercover as a velociraptor, and he is, was this NYPD? Is he in New York? Yeah, he's in New York. And so he is a velociraptor solving crimes, but it is a murder mystery, and a velociraptor is our main character, is our detective. So this should be interesting. I have been really intrigued about this. It's just been sitting on my shelf for a little bit. I just found it on Book Outlet like maybe a year ago. And so it's time to read this, a non-human main character. I am kind of looking forward to this. I don't know what to expect. And then the final reading rush challenge that I am going to try to complete is to read a book that you meant to get to last year. And that would be for me Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I meant to get to this last year, and I think this year is a good time to get to it because we are, I believe, getting the sequel to it in December. So if I end up liking this, I will be all ready to pick it up in December. So we'll see how this goes. This was a really extremely hyped book on BookTube last year, and I bought into the hype, and I bought it because it looks really good. The cover is beautiful, and the synopsis is interesting. It's a YA African fantasy, and I haven't really read anything like that before. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully get to this in the month of July. For my new release book this month, I'm planning on getting to The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. And this book just piqued my interest because it is about a bookworm who is 29 years old, and she doesn't really want to have anything to do with the world other than read her books, and that's kind of her favorite thing to do. And I, as a 29-year-old bookworm, really felt like I would click with this character, and I'm excited to get to it. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it yet, so it is coming out, I believe, July 9th, so just a few more days before it gets to my house. I pre-ordered it, and I'm hoping this is just a fun summer read and that it's light and fluffy and is heartwarming. I feel like this book might as well be written about me as a 29-year-old bookworm, but I believe the plot continues into her discovering that she has some family that she didn't know existed, and so they sort of interrupt her introverted life, and she has sort of a outward growing of character of sorts through having this new family that she never knew existed. So I'm looking forward to seeing if this one is as good as it sounds. I really hope it is. Those are all the books that I plan on reading in the month of July. I don't think I'm gonna get to all of them. It will be amazing if I do. July is kind of busy for me. I've got a little bit of a teaching job, and I've got some traveling, and I've got to get ready for the next school year because school starts August 5th, and that's just horrifying to me, and I'm so sad that my summer is going to be very quickly coming to an end. So yeah, I'm just gonna cry for a moment on the inside. Let me know what you're planning on reading in the month of July. There are so many readathons and things happening here on BookTube, so it's insane. But I'm excited that I'm going to try my best to participate in the reading rush. Even though I will be out of town, I won't be able to participate in anything online, but I will be reading and participating with some of the challenges. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me, and say hi to me in the comments and let me know what you're reading in the month of July. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.